Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is August 23rd of 2025. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears the CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an escalating series of terror events, acts of war, on the date of August 24th of 2025, specifically to trigger World War III and or to spawn a second global biological pandemic. So before I get into the scenarios which are blinking red at this particular moment, I just want to highlight really quickly the numerology. Firstly, the date of August 24th, the letter X equates to, or the 24 equates to letter X, which is known as the international symbol of death. And that is because the Swiss CIA has greenlit numerous events for the date of August 24th of 2025, specifically to take humanity to a very dark place. Secondly, the date of August 24th marks exactly 216 days since when Donald J. Trump was sworn into office back on June 14th of 2025, and the number 26 in 216 equates to the letter Z, which is an acronym for Zionism, and that is imperative to note because that is the political motivation behind the impending terror attacks, natural disasters, and apocalyptic events that are planned on the date of August 24th in the United States. So basically, in the United States, it would be August 24th, and in the rest of the world, it would be August 25th in the evening. So basically, exactly what we can expect is obviously not known, but we know it's going to be a CBRN event. So this is chemical, biological, radiological, or nuclear. Most likely featuring 9/11 style nuclear terror attacks targeting one or more locations around the world. We can also expect an act of war by China, Iran, Pakistan, or Russia or North Korea on this particular date. In short, some sort of DEFCON level event is planned in the United States or elsewhere around the world that's going to basically take the world to World War III. This may be a full-scale attack or invasion by the aforementioned China, Iran, Pakistan, North Korea, or Russia. It may be a biological outbreak, which results in a global lockdown. It could be an official declaration of war, but the impending events are all designed to achieve one of two things, which is a second global biological pandemic or World War III. So, if you log onto my blog, 911truther.org, you can see all the latest reports, but I'm just going to highlight the most, the top 15 events which I have highlighted on my blog that are blinking red for the date of August 24th. So the first one is that somehow, in some way, Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, has been conned, blackmailed, paid off. Somehow he has changed his mind, and he has decided. He just stated in a press conference a few days ago that he's weighing a quote-unquote very important decision on Ukraine, and that is because after months of trying to negotiate a truce to the end of the Russo-Ukrainian war, he has failed and subsequently has decided against his better judgment, likely with fraudulent intelligence reports from the CIA and from the SBU, which is the Security Service of Ukraine, to attack and invade multiple oblasts or states of Ukraine to basically back them in the Russian offensive. So basically, back on August 12th, there was reports that Ukraine had broken through the front lines of the in various locations in Ukraine, and therefore it appears that Russian forces could indeed capture Kiev or other key locations. So consequently, it appears that NATO forces, likely led by the 82nd Airborne, will descend into various oblasts in Ukraine on the morning of August 24th of 2025 to basically reinforce Ukrainian troops, likely in the aftermath of a secret vote to accept Ukraine into NATO, thereby invoking Article 5 of the NATO charter, which states that an attack on one nation is an attack on all. Secondly, it appears that the CIA is planning some sort of false flag Russian-backed attack targeting CDC headquarters in Druid Hills, Atlanta, Georgia on the date of August 24th. Thirdly, on the date of August 24th, likely during Mass in Vatican City, the CIA is plotting some sort of African Islamic terror group, this consisting of Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, Somali pirates, some sort of medieval style attack raid targeting Vatican City during Mass, likely leading to a mass stampede and the death of Pope Pope Leo the 14th. Fourthly, the CIA is plotting some sort of a false flag Chinese attack targeting one or more Taiwanese embassies around the world, possibly in London and or The Hague, Netherlands. Fifthly, 3 days ago, U.S. President Donald J. Trump sent the USS Fort Lauderdale, the USS Iwo Jima, and the USS San Antonio to confront narco cartels operating out of Venezuela, and consequently the CIA is plotting either a Chinese or a Russian sinking, bombing, or sabotage, or sinking targeting U.S. ships sailing off the coast of Venezuela in the Caribbean Sea. Sixthly, the CIA is plotting some sort of a Iranian dirty bomb, drone-borne dirty bomb-related attack targeting the Burj Khalifa skyscraper, the tallest building in the world in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, likely resulting in some sort of Iranian-Israeli war. Seventh, I uncovered a plot for a Pakistan-backed Islamic terror attack targeting multiple locations in Saudi Arabia. This will be 9/11 style nuclear terror attacks, likely allegedly armed with Pakistani nuclear weapons. This particular plot is going to be executed under the guise of a hardline extremist jihadist related attack after Saudi Arabia legalized the sale of alcohol in their country, which is home to Mecca, which is the holiest site of Islam. Number 8 is some sort of Russian-backed ISIS Islamic terror attack targeting multiple locations in Sweden, likely Malmo and Stockholm. Number 9 is a full-scale Islamic nation state. So this is Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Turkey, Iran, based missile strike attack targeting Israel. This would be likely triggering some sort of a Yom Kippur type war, where it's Israel against all the Arab nations. Number 10 is some sort of a Russian armed forces or Russian-backed mercenary-based attack or invasion or occupation of Nazi German extermination and concentration camps in Germany and or Poland as pretext for World War III. Number 11 is a white American anti-Semitic, anti-Israeli terror attack, likely featuring a truck bombing attack targeting the 9/11 Memorial Museum after evidence of Israeli involvement in 9/11 being exposed on a massive scale. This is likely be scapegoated onto QAnon. or some other domestic terror group. Number 12 is a Russian bioweapon release targeting Joint Base Elmendorf Richardson in Anchorage, Alaska, in the aftermath of the President Trump Vladimir Putin meeting in Alaska back on August 15th of 2025. This would obviously be designed to spawn a second global biological pandemic. Number 13 is a Russian-backed attack targeting the International Olympic Committee headquarters in Lausanne, Switzerland, and or the Palace of Nations, the UN's de facto capital in Geneva, Switzerland. Number 14 is a Iran-backed ETA-based 9/11 style nuclear terror plot targeting multiple locations in Madrid, Spain. And lastly is an Asian Islamic group based 9/11 style nuclear terror attacks targeting multiple locations in Jakarta, Indonesia. So those are just the top 15 that I have highlighted, but needless to say, earth-changing events are indeed planned for this particular date. And so if in fact any of the aforementioned scenarios come to fruition in reality, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.